hope I got that. That was a flyover here at the cemetary in Nampa. They're having a Memorial Day thing going on. I think you hear they come. Nope. Still going away. Pretty windy out here today. They have something going on over here.
Mother, brother, sister, children, remember every day. At this time, I would like to introduce our first speaker, Bill Downs. Bill joined the U.S. Army in 1956. He retired in 1979. He spent 9 years as an enlisted man and the remaining time as a commissioned officer, retiring at the rank of captain. Spent time on active duty and in the National Guard. The last 8 years of service as the commanding officer of the 158 Engineer Detachment located at Gowan Field in Boise. Welcome, Bill Downs.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are thankful for no rain, are we? It's good. It's good. First of all, I want to say thank you to the American Legion for entrusting these few moments to me this morning. It is indeed a privilege. Last evening, I had the opportunity of viewing one of the most emotional pieces of TV I've watched in many, many years. Came from our nation's capital, called the National Memorial Day Concert. I need to stand before this morning and tell you that my heart has been absolutely pierced with emotions and thankfulness and gratefulness for those who have served over the many, many years and who now are serving this very day. This is Monday, May the 30th, 2011. Americans across the nations and citizens located around the world will pause throughout this day, just like we're doing here today, to observe Memorial Day. Since its first official observation of May the 5th of 1868, when it was called Declaration Day, it has been a day of remembrance. Those of us who are still breathing cannot repay the sacrifice of those who gave their life defending us. But at the very least, we can and we must remember them. Sadly, none of the more than 1 million men and women who have died in service to this nation in the world wars of conflicts of 1775 cannot be replaced. Husbands, wives, fathers, mothers, sons, daughters have left a nation that is in their death. Memorial Day 2011 cannot be just another day of recognition. Something we do because it's on the calendar. Something that we do because it is done every year. It has to be a day that is absolutely set aside. Set aside to bring honor and remembrance to the men and women who have given their lives for freedom and freedoms that we enjoy this very day. Would you just take a moment this morning and join me as we give applause to all these men and all these women that have served for our freedom and our rights today. Could we do that? Thank you. This cannot just be another Memorial Day. It has to be a day of thankfulness and appreciation to the families of these great men and women who have served and given their lives for each and every one of us. Also today, we must remember the ones giving their lives currently. If you are here today and you have someone that is on active duty and serving as we do this Memorial Day, would you please stand this morning? Do you have anyone at all that have people on active duty serving this very day? A nice big round of applause. Thank you for supporting and serving. This gift of service has happened for the United States of America for its entire history. From every year, from every uprising, from every conflict. In our window of life, we pretty much go back to World War II. World War II, 1941 to 1945. The Korean conflict in 1950. Berlin crisis, 61-62. The Gulf War in 1991, and today, since 2003, Iraq and Afghanistan. Each and every time this has happened, we have had these dedicated men and women, supported by their families, prepare to go in a minute's notice. In all of history, when our Commander-in-Chief gives the order that there is a mission to be accomplished, we Americans have answered the call. Hundreds and thousands have reported stating, "Here am I, send me." Wow. "Here am I, train me. Here am I, mold me for service for the greatest fighting team in the world. Here am I am willing to give my life for my country if necessary." Americans are truly amazing people. Did you hear that? Americans are truly amazing people. Wow. Throughout the years of history, we as a nation have done just that, been willing to be sent abroad or sent here at home. We have been led by some of the greatest dedicated military leaders of all time. Leaders throughout our chain of command, from the President of the United States down to the levels of command, right down to the squad leader. In my opinion, some of the greatest leaders to lead men have been the squad leader, the section leader, the men and women who really make the mission of success right where the rubber does meet the road. All of us who have served have been drilled into respect your leaders, And we do that. I truly believe with all my heart, respect does go both ways, up and down the chain of command. The greatest leaders which I have had the privilege of serving with are leaders who respected and appreciated and trusted their soldiers they were leading. From all the branches of the service, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, Coast Guard, we have had and still do have today the very, very finest. From the early days of military service to the from the early days of military service to right now, we have always had the best trained. The rifleman who could knock the bull out of the bullseye at long range. The radio man who could create communications in any and every need. To the medic who is willing to risk their lives to save others. To the bulldozer operator who would be willing to put his life on the line and take his equipment in to blaze the roads for the troops that are coming. To the tank driver that could take a 60-ton tank and put it in just the right position for combat. The pilot who could outmaneuver any other, the very, very best. The sailor who can take his ships across the waves and make it in just the right position on time for defense and offense. We just have the very, very best. Don't you all agree this morning that we do have the very, very best? I know you do. We say a hearty thank you to all of our finest. Here's some time ago, I received an email that really gripped my heart. I want to share it with you this morning, just really quick. Ron said I had 10 minutes. I think I got about a minute and a half to go. And it's entitled, Thank You, Soldiers, and written by a class of third graders. Listen in. When I lay my head down every night and go to sleep in peace, I can stay there knowing all is well while you're standing on your feet. Keeping watch, protecting shore to shore, in the air and oceans too, defending freedom at all costs for the red, white, and blue. Thank you, oh thank you, men and women, brave and strong, to those who serve so gallantly, we sing this grateful song. To the soldiers who have traveled on to countries far and near, in peace and war, you paid the price for the cause you hold so dear. That we may wake each morning bright and know that freedom rings. Because of your great sacrifice, your country joins and sing. Thank you, oh thank you, men and women, brave and strong. To those who serve so gallantly, we sing this grateful song. Third graders. That is so touching. I'm going to talk just real quickly about some emotions of patriotism. What is patriotism? The red, white, and blue, our flag. The man or the woman in a uniform. The flyover, which we just experienced this morning. By the way, Curtis, that was a powerful prayer to bring in those airplanes like that. That was great. You did good. The skydiver who jumps from the airplane with a 40-foot American flag in tow. The Star-Spangled Banner. The Pledge of Allegiance, a song on